You know when I said this wasn't a Solstheim I recognised? Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. So here I am, on a Solstheim that's a shadow of its former self. A Solstheim that to many, I'm sure, is a strange land to those many who once knew it. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who could come back here and not recognise anything. The main landmarks, maybe, but the people, the spirits, the essence of the island, it's changed.
That world will cease. Here in this shrine.
Apparently, I don't know where judging by the outfits and the temperature and the surroundings, I must be near the Skyrim village, which is basically a lot further north than I've ever been before, to my knowledge, or that I remember. So, here's me saying that Solstheim in general, even like Raven Rock and the like, is alien territory. This up here is genuinely alien territory. Although, judging by the landscape, it seems as if the Red Year didn't have much of a bearing on this side of the island. So maybe this is just as it was, well, rather, just as it has been all along. I don't know. Anyway, apparently I hired the best swordsman in all of Morrowind, or so he says, and intended to use him as a tour guide. Yet, on our first night together, literally 30 seconds after hiring him, I seem to have up and left and sleepwalked all the way to a shrine. I did see one of these on my way into the Raven Rock Harbour, though, on the western side. And judging by this, we're not on the western side here. This is the eastern side. I heard the voice of someone, I believe he claimed to be Mirak. Or at least everyone's building this shrine in his honour. Is this a shrine? I suppose it is. I was expecting something a lot bigger though, although maybe I'm just missing the bigger picture. Either way, let's try to talk to some of these people. Hello?
Here do we toil.
Hello?
By night, reclaim.
Where are... God damn it. Bloody hell. We are... Bloody hell, we're not just about further north than the Skyrim village. Just Temple of Mirak is to my south. The people I left for a night, well, for a nap, let's say, 3 or 4 hours sleep so I could see myself into the night, they're down here in Raven Rock. Oh, and there I was thinking that in the morning we'd head back out and deal with this problem. Fort Frostmoth. The last and only Imperial fortress on Solstheim. Or so it was. God knows what it's fallen into now, if that General Carius is apparently still alive and sending out threats. Denouncing the local populace. Bloody hell. This really is. This is not a place anyone could call home anymore. This isn't a place that anyone could recognise, that anyone could relate to. This is somewhere, contrary to Solstheim's history, which, with all due respect, it's a place no one recognises anymore. I could probably say that in a blanket way as well. I don't know whether to skip into the Skyrim village. I certainly want to head south and collect my companions and go there. You know what? I'm going to head east into the Skyrim village. Apparently it's this way. Because apparently none of you are too talkative about what the hell this is. Mirak, the first Dragonborn, me, the false Dragonborn. Funny that the only bit I question about those accusations is the fact that he's the first Dragonborn. I do not question for a moment that I am the false Dragonborn because, frankly, at the moment I haven't come to terms with it. So, by that measure, I still agree with him that maybe I am the false Dragonborn because I don't believe it. It's a whole bunch of tosh, that's what it is. Now, these guys up here are Nords. Nords, more closer to the Atmoran kind than the your casual run-around Nord you see in Skyrim now. Your watered-down Nords, which worship not even their proper gods. Well, not by their proper names, anyway. Whereas up here, things seem devout, secretive, in a way that I've yet to see. Is this interrupting? I feel like I'm interrupting. Hello?
Do not break our concentration.
I'm sorry. Very, very rude of me. Ooh. Ooh. You know, that Glover Mallory, who runs the forge, I could really do get some smithing lessons off of him. Can I not talk to anyone then, or...?
Do not speak. Focus is essential. Else the barrier may fall.
What barrier? Is this anything to do with that... those shrines and that temple? Well, evidently I could wait until morning, but frankly there's a reason why I waited till night in the first place, and that's because I can move easier. So in light of that, it's been nice visiting, but I should probably head south. I'll head south here along the coast then. Drop by down here, and then to Raven Rock. Yeah, it'd be the easiest way to go. I could go across land, but no, I'll stick by the coast. And have a running tour southeast. Is there a way out of town this way? Oh, there is. He says. Is that a wall? No. Weird angled rock. And look at me taking insane risks again. There we go. Oh, Solstein, what's happened to you? He says, staring at the beginning of the end for Solstein. That red year. It's just... Red year's comparatively ancient history. It isn't. But...
The idle mind sleeps.
Hello?
The idle mind sleeps.
I am his hand.
Are you anything to do with those shrines? I think so.
Stir upset the old blood in this crowd.
I'm not going to lead them to their deaths if they aren't ready.
Then train them. What are we doing here? We should either get used to staying here.
You guys seem lucid. Hang on.
We take
I am his hands.
You're pretending. You're winding me up. Oh, some scathe troll.
Your stomach isn't my problem.
Well, you've abandoned your camp, so... anything I can source? Don't think so. It's funny because food isn't really a necessity anymore. This is not good. It really isn't. Seems like Red Mountain was only the beginning, but what is this place anymore? I don't recognize it. Ill-equipped. Let's get that ready. Hey, that's Nachardak. Good to see it's still in its great, fantastic condition. Yeah, I remember once an elf trying to convince me that the Nachardak didn't exist before the Red Mountain eruption. I say it was on Skooma, but then again, I'm hardly a reliable narrator, am I? Maybe it has some credence. I don't know. Maybe something like the Chardak, which is besieged by water. Maybe like the Red Mountain eruption could force it out of the water, force it to re-emerge. But I don't know. I'd just say it was here all along because, hey, I'm ignorant. Who am I to know better? Oh my god, even... Are you the Reverend Guard?
Our eyes once were
No.
blinded.
Reavers. Oh, yes. Yeah, I best not touch on Reavers. Alright. Are you lucid? I need to talk to someone lucid.
From that look on your face, I'm guessing you've never seen a silt strider before.
I have. That look on my face is purely down to the fact that I'm speaking to someone who's actually lucid and aware of
From that
their own
look on your
thoughts
face,
right now.
I'm guessing you've never seen a silt strider before.
Don't make me say it again. I know exactly what it is with nothing to talk about. Hey! That's cool. Why that look on your face? I'd say you haven't seen a Silt Strider before. Don't give me that. I suppose in that sense, that person is not aware of his own thoughts and just keeps repeating them. Maybe he's about 30 minutes off joining one of those shrines and doing his bit for Mirak. Anyway, west we go. Is that Frostmoth? Tell you what, it's got the towers of Frostmoth. Yeah, it is. Let's shadow the coast. I don't want to... Flame Atronach. And hey, look, what are these? That's just fire. Whoa! What the... Let's get back to Raven Rock. Feels I'm just sitting duck out here. Oh no. Oh god, I don't have any resists, do I? I hear some to my right. No, right. This is not good. We discovered the forts, that's great and everything. Try not get hit. Tell you what, let's do a stagger. Okay, I've got one. Nice, but take every victory you can get and don't get greedy. Not here for Frostmoth at the minute, but we'll be back. I'm expecting a firebolt in the back any moment now. Break the line of sight, spend a trait. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Netches. Tell you one thing I don't know. The plural for netch. I think netch by itself. Netch, referring to a bunch of them. Yeah, that'll work. What is that? Morning. Oh, I am tempted. I am tempted. Oh, but I can't risk it.
Just leave me be.
Well, what's the matter with you, apart from the fact of just walking you up rather rudely? I am in the wrong here, but I'm gonna act like I'm not in the wrong.
With me?
What's the matter with you?
Sorry, I've just had a lot of hawk-faced cowards coming by to mock my efforts. It probably can't hurt to tell you. You look mostly honest.
The name's Rollis. Rollis Sedaris, out of Moorhold.
To meet you, but that was not
I've
an
got a
honest
financier waiting for me back on the
assessment.
mainland.
Sent me here in the interests of obtaining some rare antiquities. The relics of Arzador.
But this whole thing became a disaster right quick, let me tell you.
I'm listening. Absolutely anything with the word relic in it, and I am listening. The Treasures of Skyrim, and by extension Solstheim, I suppose. I came here on a bit of a rebellious streak, yet here I am once again, entrenched in the quest. I know I said as kind of an offhand comment that it kind of felt like my quest sometimes until I returned to the tower. But hey, I suppose this is just the personification of that, maybe. I don't know.
You come out of the northern ashlands, you don't expect things to go easy, you know. But this was something outside my particular expertise.
Okay.
When I first got to Kolbjorn, you couldn't even see it. Buried in the ash, like most other things on this blasted island. Dug out a pile of the stuff taller than me just to find the barrow. Who knows how much to reach the door? Excavating isn't exactly my specialty. Even if it was, the ash storms fill it in faster than you can dig.
I see. Well, there's a ebony mine closure in Raven Rock. I don't know if you've been around for the past, 30 years, 31 years? Why not hire some of them unless they've all emigrated by now?
You think I've got that kind of money? No, I only get paid on delivery.
That's a crap business model,
Can't afford
then.
to go out of pocket for 1,000 septims on this.
Well, you meant to dig up a barrow.
It's money to make money, all that rot. There's a lot of it at the other end. But I can't get there without a little kick to start it off.
So what's this treasure you're after?
You ever hear of Arzador? He was the
Remind
first
me.
great Nord enchanter, maybe even the first human to master elven methods. His best work was buried with him, though. A set that my patron calls the relics are supposed to be down in his tomb.
Now, they're old, and they're powerful. A combination like that makes them pretty valuable to certain people.
And I happen to know certain people.
I happen to know certain people. My certain people are going to be a lot more assistant than you. Tell you what. I know this seems a bit outlandish, isn't it? But Solstheim is a small island. You've introduced yourself. There's only one way in and off this island as far as I know, so... Well, if you try to run off with this money, you've got to come through Raven Rock first. And frankly, doing that, it's too high risk for you, actually. Too high risk. One I'll catch you, or two the Red Run Guard will catch you. Probably for something completely unrelated, because you know what? You look seedy enough. Okay, 1,000 gold.
What? Are you serious? Well, I think I could make that work.
You know it was the
We can
ploy all
sort out the
along.
details of our little arrangement later.
But for now, I'll manage the dig if you can manage the coin.
Do you have the gold?
Yes, I do.
It's all here. Well then, looks like I have a good bit of work to start on. I'll head back to Raven Rock and round up some diggers. Once we've got something worth looking at, I'll send word to you. Pleasure doing business with you, partner. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, so you will. I'm heading to Raven Rock as... Well... I kind of want to read that, but I need to catch you when you're asleep. Okay. West. Raven Rock, there we go, as the bulwark. Oop! Now I really do need to work out a feeding solution here. I do. It's alright walking about when it's also rosy and quiet. It's lovely, but it doesn't bode well for the long term. I wonder if there are any dragons here on Solstein. It's not far away. And I suppose culturally it kind of makes sense with the dragons fleeing from Atmora even further north than Solstein. You touched base on Solstein first, wouldn't you? In the same sense that the Nords in the Skjal village are there. Maybe dragons touched base here too. It's on its... Terrified me then. I thought that was a bloody... Okay. Let's go find my companions. If they're in here, I don't know whether to be mad or relieved. Mad that they didn't search for me, or relieved that they're here and they're actually at another shrine completely. Hey, up here you go.
These sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warmness from your presence.
Right. Let's get all of you following. Where are the rest of you? I just heard in I go.
Need something?
I don't know. I am alright, thank you. Maybe later.
Fine.
Seek my fortune. If I get thirsty, I will let you know.
Charming. You done having a chat with him? Maybe you can tell me something about him.
What is on your mind?
What isn't on my mind? You know what was on my mind all night tonight? Yeah, I was at a shrine somewhere. Thanks for looking out for
You
me.
read, I follow.
The Rotting Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever grace your lips.
Thank you, but we were just leaving. Right then. Who... Teldrin Sero.
What's our next move?
You know, we need to talk about this, actually. But we will do.
Right
First of
behind
all, let's just have a walk round, shall we? You can show me around. Tell me if anything's dramatically changed. Which it has, so it's a test. Who's he?
What's our next move?
You're about to find out. Come on. Should we head east to Fort Frostmoth? I think it's too early for any of the vendors to be, yeah, it's only 3 AM. Tell you what. Do I have enough to... You know what, I'm going to risk it and go to Fort Frostmoth. I'm thinking that, I could really do with some more potions, but to be honest, I don't have the ingredients, do I? Unless these are involved with any restore health. I do not know yet.
Empire Company. They've been gone for over 100 years. Try in there.
If I was a Nord and you'd said that, maybe it'd be understandable, but frankly... Right. To Frostmoth we go. Maybe there's some people alive in there I can feast on. It's a very crude thought, isn't it? Very crude. So no one's looking. Right, good news. I'm glad that has been sorted. Ooh. There's that shipwreck over there. There is also Frostmoth. She's up here. Let's beeline it to Frostmoth. It's gonna be one hell of a beeline because there's literally no vegetation here. I'm thinking, oh, it's snowing. Is it really snowing? Maybe it is, but who am I to know anymore? What's the difference between ash and snow on Solstein? Not a lot, it's also I found. Right then. I sentry of sorts. So you could even call one of these guys that. Let's try that. Surely that's it. Apparently not. Wow. Those falling short or what? So I tried above. Apparently it's just disappointment all around. I don't know, getting around the front. We can get a... I'll explain why. I don't even be making the rampart. Tell you what, it'd be advantageous to go in around the back, but tell you what, let's just be polite and use the front door, shall we? Frostmoth, the place you always heard about and heard the fables, never actually went to, and with good reason. Look at the... It's just clogged with ash. It only ever gets worse. As soon as it gets a foothold, it just goes higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Now you just don't recognise the place anymore. Oh, there you are. That hit. Can you get in and out of there easily, though? Right. Any friends following up? Is it just you? No. Okay. Plenty of ore. Trade with Lover Mallory. Now, what's in here? Wolf Queen. Is this it? I think this is it. As if. Let's go further in. See what we find within. How are you finding Solstein, Garjo? Let's leave the small talk. And...
The invader has entered the...
What?
Fort Frostmoth will never fall. Long live the Empire!
Apparently, long live the Empire. Ow. Trading blows, are we? Right, what we got here? Can I access that tower from here? I can. Apparently, there was no need. Right then.
Despite the foul beings that infest this place, I'm certain you'll find plenty of wealth to make it worth our time.
That I hope so, Soldrin. Right then. Do you know what that is after? That needs a key. And what about this one? Almost feels as if you're being guided, doesn't it? Into a specific entrance and not for convenience. Nonetheless, let's do this. I don't have to keep ranged. I suppose I can change my mind. Can't change my mind when I can't conjure a bone silence, can I? Oh, Christ. Okay. Okay. We're doing alright. Moving with the gate of more Ashbourne, don't they? And in here? Firewood. Banded iron armour. Oh, this is from ages ago. There you go. Bestiary. I've seen that one. And of crossed daggers. And up here. An exit of sorts. Can't even see what's... Elven arrow. Lantern. And a longbow. Very well. God damn, it's just... Nature has taken its course. You usually associate that with vines and all kinds of wild shrubbery starting to grow. And while we have it on the walls with the mold, it's just ash. Mountains of it. It's not as if that's a new thing, but it's just... Every year is a little bit more. Maybe you might not notice it day by day, but you should take some time away and come back. It's just mountains of it. Right, I best get ready. Let's see. I can't see them falling from unrelenting force very much. Frost cloud, and that. You guys not respond very well to no. I suspect not. Ow. Right. Oh, you have a lot of ores. This is good. I am pleased. This could take a while. Almost had it. Now let's try. No. Just be more far to the left. Further still. Oh no. Yep, as I said, this could take a while. Got it. About time. Only took losing an arm and a leg. Right. Eminent Knight. Should have really looked at that. This could have really excited me once upon a time. What is wrong with me? This on the other hand. Mead barrels. Anything more than mead? No. Why am I disappointed? Right, Seldrin, we have a little thing here where we move out of the way. You're right with that? Thank you. Here we got another door. That also requires a key. So still, we proceed down one path. Ooh, gone. Let's not be crouched while we do that. Oh! Let's, yes, take stock. So I'm glad I have you guys. Any more? No, but we have a journal. Apothecary satchel. Always welcome.
I'm glad that I'm finally traveling with someone who seems
Elven Sword of Expelling. Summon Daedra up to level 20. I sent back to Oblivion. Why not? I have some armor to sell to Glover Mallory as well. Okay. Hey, so this is finally going to give us an insight to what was going on here in Fort Frostmoth. All these years, even after the Ashborn started to appear. Day 32. It's been almost a month since unearthing the crypt at Fort Frostmoth, and I haven't seen a single spark of life in the General's remains. Crafting the Hearthstone to the subject is proving much more difficult than I originally anticipated. I've used almost every method I can think of, and still there's no sign of reanimation. At this rate, it could be years before I make any progress, which is time I just can't afford right now. If my vengeance is to come to fruition, I need results. If not, I may need to resort to more drastic measures. Day 47. It finally appears that I'm making some progress. After my latest experiment, General Carius' eyes briefly opened and he moved his arms. It lasted for less than a few moments, but it's still the first sign of progress I've seen since I arrived here. A few of my assistants were insisting that I was imagining things, but I dismissed them for their insolence. They won't be bothering anyone ever again. Day 55. General Carius awoke fully today. He bolted upright after my incantations and began staggering around like a blind man. He seemed to ignore my commands. In fact, hearing my voice seemed to increase his hostility. I was able to remove the Hearthstone before he became violent, but this isn't a result that I expected. Even though he's able to be awakened, I feel as though the real work has just begun. Day 59. The General is still unable or unwilling to listen to my commands. He's acting increasingly paranoid and appears to have his own free will. He's convinced that I am a spy or the enemy, and I've had to restrain him to prevent him from outright attacking me. This is becoming intolerable. I'm beginning to wonder if someone with a Hearthstone can be commanded at all. If my experiments with General Carius fail, I may have to resort to self-experimentation, something I've been avoiding for a long time. Okay. Well. It appears we have a source of the problem. Hearthstones. I'll take that. There we go, key. Don't need. So we got a key. In light of that, there are multiple doors I could try. First, let's take this one. Let's do this. If I could see.
Something smells foul.
You know what that is, Gajo? General Carius. That has to be. Or the man who revived him. Are you guys below the ground? We're not going to get a peaceful resolution here, are we? But I'm still tempted to try out. This is bloody General Carius, for goodness sake. I have to try. Not retreat to the door, running away. Yeah, I'm going to throw away my advantage here. And try approach. You're not going to have anything?
Now you're mine.
Clearly not. I suppose I should have listened the first time I heard you. You weren't very cooperative then. Oh! Right, here we go again. I have equipped the... I've tried this one before with mixed results, but this time the Vampiric Mind Blast. It paralyzes everyone within a certain radius. I'm going to see if the Ashborn get too close, so I can stagger them with this at least, if not put them on the floor completely. But I'll have to see. Now, I have learned my lesson from my premonition. Let's put one in his heart. That Heartstone's going to be that. Pretty good drop. It's on his way, though. Okay. We're going to have a pretty good chokehold here, actually. So I might be able to... Got ya. Failed a long time ago. Oh. Tell you what I need. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to get any hits in here, so... In fact, I'm pretty sure I have it. I need the ward. Can't block. So a bit screwed in that regard. But, as long as I can get Extreme Magicka. The bloody hell did... Okay, that went a lot better. Might be the first time ever where I've actually thought I might have needed a ward.
I'm not sure why House Redren is so insistent on maintaining Solstein. Seems like more trouble than it's worth.
You see, I'm inclined to agree, and this is why I wanted you along. I want your current day opinions on things, because I'm severely lacking on that. 20 years is not a long time, but still, it's long enough. The Seed. Mysterious. Nerevar at Red Mountain. I think everyone's heard that one before. As here, Changes. So that one too sounds interesting. Deathbrand. A Pirate's Tale. And Songs of the Return, Volume 2. And there we go. I'll take those two as well. Eminent Alchemy. May as well. That's fine. You're right there. Is there even a chair there? Well then. Okay. So, got to return to Captain Veleth. Yeah. Suppose I bloody well should, shouldn't I? Was there another door down there? There's one which led to Solstein. That one leads to Solstein. Was there another one? More books. Ooh. Lycanthropic Legends of Skyrim and the Dragon War. Probably won't be worth a read, considering the past few days. And Fall from Glory. Yeah, less out the better. Argonian Account. And Watcher of Stones. Okay. Think seen more than enough of this place. I will just give it the once over. Yeah, this is why. Oh, it's these things. What can I do with these? I kinda don't want to be nearby, to be quite honest. Let's get a frost rune down. I don't have the magicka. Charming. Extra magicka. No, that's the wrong kind, I believe. Is my magicka being sapped? I think it's been snapped. I think it's been sapped. That apparently works. So that's that theory out of the way. Oh, is this Hearthstone? That'd explain where this person managed to get it from. Aren't these in, like, the ash outside, well, on the shores facing the Red Mountain? I'm sure they are. And a gemstone. You always explode. I need to... Okay. Well, do any of you actually have a pickaxe? I'm sure there's one lying about somewhere. Kajo, don't you have a pickaxe?
Khajiit guards your back.
Yes, you do. I may as well take it off you, to be honest. May as well. I'll take it off you.
Lead on.
And let's do some speed mining, shall we? But yeah, I should probably go fetch that ancient Nordic pickaxe and see if we can't come to a deal. Look at this. I mine with amazing form, don't I? The best technique. Clearly not damaging anything at all, am I? Absolutely not. This is where it ends. Pretty sure it is. Not to see reflections, but yeah. Seems so. Inigo, please.
Invisible? Hey, watch it.
Sorry, guys. Right. Well, well, well. We came and we saw here at Fort Frostmoth. Can much more even be said? Can't really say so. So we came through? Yeah. Right then. This is it, isn't it? I'm just in such a... I'm just so excited that I just keep bumping into you guys. Let's get out of here. Time is 6 AM. Yikes, and that's the door we came out of, right, so now it all makes sense in my mind's eye. Nonetheless, this is Fort Frostmoth. What it was. Gotta say, I'm disappointed. It's seen far better days. That can be said for all of the island. It really can. Anyway, question is, do I head to Raven Rock? Or do I head north to reach the Temple of Merak? I have that as an objective. I'll tell you what, I'm going to head to Raven Rock and pick up my reward. Then maybe pursue that pickaxe. And then I'll head up there. It's the dawn of a new day, so maybe I can get out there, especially now I've fed. It'd be nice to come across some brigands. You know, something I can feast on. Not necessarily without having regret, because that doesn't really enter into it that much. It's more along the lines of feasting on people that aren't going to be missed. Remember this place. I'll come back for it. There's the farmstead just ahead, and there's the boat. Boats, shipwrecks are usually surrounded by brigands, aren't they? Could have my feast there. Oh, it's you guys. Ash hopper. Something blunt. Best swordsman in Morrowind at your service. Take all of it. Take a lot of it. Why not? What's it gonna... Kiting plate. Who are you? Who the hell are you? The Veteran Guard is staying out of an assault. You gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. Why are you... I don't get this. Tell you what. Who are you? Who were you? Apparently a nobody. Better or worse.
Our journey's been quite rewarding so far. Hopefully...
Carjo, this way! I think he is guarding our rear.
We better be doing something. How very strange. Can't feed on him because he's nearby. Well, Teldrim, we're up back to the bulwark. Might have a natter with you in a bit. God, that can't be... That is not natural, is it? And yeah, how much does the ash in the air affect the sunlight? Doesn't reflect or refract anything, does it? It's just tinges everything with a little bit of something. A little bit of something strange.
Citizen.
Right, we're back. About time. I see Captain Veleth, eh? Is this him heading for us? Man, you know... It's not just me and Captain Veleth kind of sound similar, but it's like... If I was ever on the straight and narrow, I'd like to have hoped... If I was ever had like a respectable being, place in society, a respectable being, I'd hope that I'd come out like someone like Captain Veleth. I'd hope that I would. It's just based off my first impression, but like this. Solstine's a dying place, yeah, sure, but it's a respectable place to garrison. Undermanned, under-resourced, still doing what it needs to do. Speaking of which...
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth?
This brings a smile to your face after you look at me in complete and utter shock.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth?
Well, we killed General Carriers, that's what I bring.
I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years?
Ask Merlin.
It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carriers' exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock.
Well, you'll no longer send Ashbourne to Raven Rock apparently, but the Ashbourne, I really can't see the Ashbourne giving up. The Ashbourne must be just a symptom of something else. Maybe like that guy with the House Telvanni colours. Maybe we can ask him about the Ashbourne. Maybe he knows something about it. Don't know where he's residing though. Although House Telvanni are notorious for being shut-in recluses. So that's kind of why I was surprised to see the Telvanni colours out and about like that.
Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful.
Wow. So, is it difficult commanding Veteran Guard? I suppose it isn't difficult commanding them in the sense that you don't have a lot of men split between one captain. Not a lot to delegate. But in the same sense, I can imagine it being rather difficult, using your dwindling resources around a problem which is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It can be. Even the most experienced warriors can fall prey to petty distractions.
Agreed.
They usually didn't amount to much, but they make my job that much harder.
Petty distractions?
Some of my own men have become quite accustomed to a spirit they called Emberbrand wine.
Oh well.
Despise the stuff myself. It's powerful and tremendously addicting. I've seen men fail to finish even a single flask. If I knew where they were stashing the bottles, I'd put an end to it myself.
I see. Well, you know how this conversation goes, Captain Velith. Although, can you not see the hypocrisy here? Am I suddenly become, like, so pious and moral about this entire thing? Oh, I don't really have a taste for this ale anymore, apart from the skooma and maybe some moon sugar from time to time. But because I don't have a taste for the ale anymore and the wine, then I'm gonna get all pious about this and be like, oh, well, we should take it away from everyone. I think I'm about to do that for a price, of course.
You would? That would be helpful. I just don't have time to do it myself right now.
Any idea where I can begin? I hope you pay me well for this, because this is ridiculous work.
They're too smart to have left it in the bulwark. I'd search one of the abandoned houses on the outskirts of town.
Not many of those anymore. The ash has buried them. Well then.
Find me that stash of wine. I'm itching to be rid of it.
I've called Raven Rock my home for a number of years. Azura knows why. It's a mess.
I agree. Completely, I agree. Anyway, I suppose I've got some stuff to sell, some stuff to hammer away at, some stuff to buy. Is it still too early for everyone to be out of the stalls? God, it is. Wow. Well then. I suppose we better go past the time.